Make some noise for Phil Matarese! Ta-da. So I was sitting at home last night, and I started thinking, I should probably write some jokes for tomorrow night. Two might, maybe. I don't know if that napkin gag's gonna last very long. It's pretty short. So I sat down, got out my computer, and opened Netflix. I was gonna put something on in the background. You know, I was gonna work. So I was looking for something that was sort of mellow and understated. Netflix recommended Over the Top. It was neither mellow nor was it understated. If anything, I could describe most scenes in that entire movie as over the top. If you don't know this movie, it's a Sylvester Stallone movie, and he plays Lincoln Hawk, professional truck driver and world-class arm wrestler, who's trying to win back the love of his son using nothing but professional truck driving and world-class arm wrestling. And throughout the entire movie, he's trying to teach his son this lesson: nobody meets you halfway. And he says it 6 times during the movie. Nobody meets you halfway. And finally, by the end of the movie, the kid's even saying it. Nobody meets you halfway. Then the theme song kicks in. Meet me halfway across the sky. So, nobody meets you halfway, unless his name is Kenny Loggins. Kenny Loggins meets you halfway. Kenny Loggins is all right. Don't nobody worry about Kenny Loggins. Kenny Loggins gonna cut loose, foot loose, kick off Kenny Loggins' shoes. A Highway to the Danger Zone is also a song by Kenny Loggins. When Arnold Schwarzenegger got invited to the classical musician's costume party, he said, "I'll be back." Do you guys like impressions? You guys like impressions? Really? Yeah. All right, me too. I really like it when other comedians do impressions. I went to a heavy petting zoo. There were 2 giraffes necking. Ba-dum-tsh. This would be a lot easier if I had a drummer up here with me. Anyone hear a drummer? Anyone? I heard a drummer over there. Somebody over there, you're going to help me out here on this next joke, okay? So I'm going to tell a joke. I'm going to set it up and do the punchline, and as soon as I do the punchline, I'm going to look over at you, and I want you to laugh at it. Please. So I like to go jogging in the park in the morning, go out for a run, and I don't know if it's the endorphins or what, but I think of the funniest jokes when I'm out running. And in my head, I imagine telling these jokes to an audience, and that audience thinks it's hysterical. And so I run home. I get so excited. Run home. I got to write these jokes down as fast as I can before I forget them. I don't even wash up. I'm just all sweaty, and I just need to write it down as fast as I can. And I'm so worried I'm going to miss some critical part of the joke. And I'm really stressed out. But I end up remembering every single word of it, and it sucks. Worst joke ever. And this happens every single morning. I go running, and I think of a terrible joke. And finally, I'm starting to realize that I think for stand-up comedy, running gags just don't work. So, you got... Thank you. You guys seem like a smart audience. Smart people here. I'm going to tell you a president's joke. Grover Cleveland, you may know, he's the only U.S. president that had 2 non-consecutive rest areas named after him on the Jersey Turnpike. So, Somebody told me when I tell that joke, I tell it like I'm tearing off a Band-Aid, 2 non-consecutive rest areas. And honestly, it's painful, but it's short. Don't worry, it's okay. Somebody else told me I tell jokes like a robot, and I disagree. I think if I told jokes like a robot, it would go like this. I just transformed from a car into a robot. And boy, are my tires arms. Try the robot veal. I'll be here all robot week. I was talking to this guy at the back, and he was so full of himself, and he said, "You tell jokes like Carly Simon." And I said to him, first of all, I don't know what the heck that means. Second of all, you're so vain. You probably think this one-liner is about you. So, I used to think there were clowns in my coffee. Thank you.
Matarese! All right.